Good day everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Wysol and today I'm going to be talking about cleansing and banishing. I might do a little bit on protection, but mainly just cleansing and a little bit on banishing near the end. So cleansing an auric space and cleansing or banishing a energetic entity from a place, okay? Now there are a few different methods that you can use for aura cleansing. I am going to mainly be talking about smoke cleansing in this video. But another thing that I do is salt baths, salt and oil baths. You can apply anointing oils into salt baths, and it kind of adds another layer to the salt bath. You can also add crystals into baths. Some crystals, not all crystals are water soluble. So quartz, I've used quartz in a salt bath. And I've used black tourmaline in a salt bath. I'm not 100% sure if black tourmaline should go in water, but I've used it in a salt bath. So you can do those. So like I mentioned, I don't know if I'm mentioning it earlier in the video or later in the video, but I do mention it sometime in the video. I told you it was going to go off. Alright, I need to go turn it off, one sec. Sorry, as I was saying, I knew the fire alarm would go off, but you can do the cleaning. Cleaning wouldn't just be around your space; it would be also you. So cleaning yourself, it would be aura cleaning. Getting the dirt off you would be getting the dirty aura off you, if you get what I mean. Obviously, dirt isn't dirty aura because you can have a very clean aura and live in nature and be rather dirty. But you get what I mean, cleaning yourself and cleaning your space and cleansing yourself, okay? So salt baths, washing yourself, is cleansing your aura, okay? You can also, again, wash and clean the place, which would be cleansing the aura of the place, okay? Again, I'm not going to go too much into detail on different methods of cleansing. I'm just going to be talking about smoke cleansing in this video, but I thought I'd just put that out there first, that you can obviously do water cleansing with yourself, not just cleaning your environment, okay? Okay, and last other method of aura cleansing, this would be for yourself, would be going out into nature. I forgot there is a word for this, but it's like going into trees. It's taking the aura of the trees and kind of taking in that aura. That is a method of aura cleansing. Forgot what it's called. There's a word for it. But that is also a way to cleanse the aura. Those are, okay, so the three methods that I use would be the baths, the salt baths, crystal baths, smoke cleaning, cleansing, and the going into nature. If you wanted to take the cleaning bit a bit further, you can swim in nature, take a wash in nature, okay? Cleansing. Cleansing would be cleansing any unwanted kind of negative attachments or negative attachments to either you or a space, okay? So you have something called aura cleansing, which can be either cleansing your aura or the auric field of a space, okay? So cleansing can either be done on yourself or on the environment, alright? So I'm going to utilize my room as the kind of place that we're going to cleanse today. I'm not really going to cleanse it properly because I've kind of already done that yesterday. I made this video yesterday, but I thought I'd redo it because I wanted to redo it. But anyway, I'm going to start off by saying let's ignore the door. Let's say there's no door here and this is my house, okay? And this room is my house. So we're living in a square box, okay? And the window, which is over there, is the doorway. Now different traditions will say that you should utilize the clockwise method for creation and counterclockwise for removing any or banishing unwanted energies. Yesterday I said that I find it doesn't matter, but I also noticed that when I was thinking about this yesterday, that I never really go round clockwise. I've never utilized the traditional method of the clockwise and counterclockwise thing. I do that for casting circles, and kind of banishing rites, but I've never utilized it for incense or smoke cleansing. But then I realized that when I actually do smoke cleansing, I do like subconsciously go counterclockwise anyway. So I don't know if the traditional thing is like a necessity, but I do notice that I myself typically go counterclockwise around my room. With the house it can be a bit different. You can again do counterclockwise in the room, get it out of the room, push it out the window, or you could push it out the doorway and then push it down from the top to the bottom floor. Okay, so if you do have more than one floor, start at the highest point. There is a good witch channel called Hearth Witch that has a video, similar topic. I will mention some things that I think she mentions in that. For example, starting from the top of the house and then going down. Reason being is because your doorways are at the bottom, obviously. So you're going to want to push it out the doorway. But again, imagine there's no doorway and we're utilising the window as a doorway. So for example, if you're wanting to do this in just your room, you could keep the door closed, cleanse the room and push it out the window. Okay? So first things first, before you actually start cleansing, so using incense to cleanse the area, first things first is clean the area. Cleaning is a cleansing ritual. Okay? So you clean the area first and then cleanse the area. Otherwise, if you don't clean the area, there could be things that you haven't cleaned that have those negative attachments stay, and you doing the cleansing is basically pointless. Okay, so clean first. There's actually another channel that I recommend to check out called Witch of Wanderlust. She mentions to clean with vinegar. That's what I've been doing that since I found that video sometime last year. Clean with vinegar, mix vinegar with like water. Where is it? It's somewhere. Oh, here we go. Literally, I use like the tiniest bit of vinegar, mix it with water, and my battery's going to die. So bear with me 1 second. Alrighty, as I was saying, so yeah, I just put a little bit of vinegar, put the rest of water. I will kind of wipe everything down with water first, and then like the last kind of wipe down. No, I'll wipe it down, get if there's any crap that needs moving off like a table, say if you've got like wax or something on a table, get it off first, vinegar clean it, and then wipe it down with water. And then initiate smoke cleansing. So there are quite a few different apparatuses you can use for smoke cleansing. You can use sage sticks, Palo Santo sticks. You can use the incense stick things that fit in these, or you can use charcoal discs, which is my favourite way to do it. So charcoal discs will sit in like a fireproof dish. There's my charcoal disc there. I'm going to show you the comparison with smoke between not all of these because I'm not going to burn my Palo Santo because it's only small pieces that I stick on my charcoal disc that I have. But I'll show you with like sage. Okay? So, get my lighter up. Now, I recommend, if you're going to use a sage stick or something, or Palo Santo, something like that, light a candle first. Because sometimes with sage sticks you'll notice that it takes a while to kind of light the whole thing, and you're going to drain your gas. So, light a candle before igniting your incense. So, I have used this one a little bit, so I'm just going to try to get all the excess ash off. But as you can see, using sage sticks, they can take a while to kind of ignite and get smoking. Okay, so this is why I only utilize sage sticks and Palo Santo, either for just preparing a ritual space, so either preparing like an actual ritual, or preparing a meditation space. So I actually prepare my meditation like a ritual. I find that going into meditation when it's prepared and kind of ritualistic is much more potent than when you just drop into a meditation because you kind of feel like you need to. I find the act of meditation is a ritual in itself. So preparing your ritual space, so preparing your meditation space, is a good thing to do. So as you can see, this has taken a while to smoke up. Even when I blow it, still not too much. There is a decent amount of smoke coming off this, but not a lot. I would probably say if I was going to use this to cleanse my room, I would need to go around my room. I'm going to say, judging from the smoke coming off this, at least 4 times. At least 4 times. Okay? So this is how much smoke comes off the sage sticks. I'll show you how much smoke comes off the charcoal disc in a second. Again, I'm not going to show you the Palo Santo, but that is a light amount of smoke, and it does stop smoking pretty quickly. So before I show you the charcoal disc, I just wanted to talk about how to do your room. You can do this completely different for yourself, okay? Sometimes I smoke out the room. I literally smoke out the room. I'll leave incense running and I'll leave the room. I'll smoke it out and leave the window open a little bit. So the air current naturally just sucks all the smoke out. And when you smoke the room out, you can leave it closed. I have to leave it open a little bit because there's a fire alarm right outside the door. And if I don't leave the window open a little bit, it goes off. It will go off after this video like 10 times, probably. It did yesterday. Even when there was no smoke going, it kept going off, and it's really annoying. But yeah, you can go around. I would say go into the corners. Make sure you get the corners. So the corners of the ceilings, one that you can see there, corner. Go into, if you've got an indoor closet, get the smoke into the indoor closet. So I have an indoor closet there. What I do with that is I just kind of hold the sage near the bottom for a while, or if I'm using the charcoal disc, I'll kind of place the charcoal dish at a low point in the wardrobe, and the smoke will rise and fill the wardrobe out, and it will eventually come out. Okay, so that is if you have an indoor wardrobe. I would not just the upper corners, go for the lower corners as well. So the upper corners and lower corners. What you can do is, if you're using a dish, is you can place this at the corners for like a minute to 30 seconds, and you've got enough smoke filling out the corners. So you can place it at the bottom of the corner, it's going to get the bottom and the top. Place it at the other bottom for like a minute, place it at the other bottom for a minute, place it at the other bottom for a minute. It fills out the corners, and then from there you can utilize the rest of the smoke to kind of push it out the exit. Okay. Again, if you're using this, you're going to want to go probably bottom corners first, I'd say, then go to the top corners second, and then again push it out the room, or allow the natural air current to suck it out. Okay. So that is incense cleansing. That is for the room. For yourself, what I prefer to do is, again, I use a charcoal disc. You can utilize these and smudge yourself, okay? But I'll show you what I do with the charcoal disc. I have done this in videos before, so I'll light it and show you. So I want to show you the comparison of smoke between how much comes off a charcoal disc compared to a sage stick. There's not a lot of dragon's blood on here. I use dragon's blood resin. Sometimes I use something else, depends on the situation. But there's not a lot on there. I literally just filled out the little cone bit that dips down. You can put a lot more on here to make it burn longer. Okay. Again, use a candle. With these charcoal discs, I'm going to show you, try to show you, But as soon as you light it, it's going to start crackling. Like that. Boom. It's done. I don't know if you can see, I should let go of this soon, but it's burning at the bottom and yeah, it's getting hot. So, just look how much smoke comes out of this on a charcoal disc. Now, the reason that charcoal discs are so potent, well, so helpful, sorry, is because of the smoke. Which means you can do the house, cleanse your house more effectively, and the rooms more effectively. This is what I use for the house, so I will do at least 3 charcoal discs. 1 charcoal disc for upstairs, 1 charcoal disc that I kind of just leave in the living room that gets into the kitchen, living room and kind of the hallway, and then the other charcoal disc is to kind of get the corners of those rooms. Okay? As you can see, there's a lot of smoke coming off this, and this isn't a lot of resin. With this amount of smoke that's already come off, I could have done the lower corners already and started the upper corners with just this amount of smoke. And this is going to last for the rest of the video. Alright, so what I meant by cleansing yourself. Stand on top of this. If you want to, you can do this naked and let the smoke get to your skin. I do it sometimes. It feels pretty good. So literally, place it below you and stand above it. Again, you can do this naked if you want to and let the smoke get into your skin. Okay? So that is cleansing. That's aura cleansing with smoke. Something that I've mentioned before with smoke is if you are smoking, so smoking cigarettes, you are aura cleansing yourself with those cigarettes every time you smoke. Okay? So, banishing. Cleansing and banishing are slightly separate. The reason being is cleansing typically just removes any kind of unwanted tethers and attachments, and maybe leaks in the aura, and I'll show you a picture of what a leakage aura looks like now. So that's what cleansing is for, is auric cleansing. That's what it is. So cleansing the aura field of either you or the environment, like I said earlier. So banishing would be removing a conscious entity from your space. Now, some energetic entities or deities have consciousness. They know what they're doing in the space. Okay, they have, you could say, a reason that they're there. They kind of know what they're doing. They know that they're trying to be destructive to you, or they know that they're trying to be positive to you. You could have some energies around that are trying to be positive to you, but you may think because they're pushing things out of your life or they're adjusting things into your life, in and around your life, you may think they're negative, but they are semi-beneficial. Okay, so banishing would be removing a energetic entity, so something more conscious and aware of what it's doing, compared to cleansing kind of remnants of energies. Okay, so remnants of energies can come through into your space through family, through open unprotected kind of windows. I have a obsidian pillar at my windows, so you could say there's some form of protection at my gateways or doorways, and I have again crystals above my doorway. So again, banishing is a little bit different. You can apply all cleansing forms of rituals to banishing, though. So cleansing and cleaning the space before doing a banishing will again be beneficial for the banishing, because there could be things that you've left because you haven't cleaned it, that this energetic conscious entity has tethered itself to, and because you haven't removed it from the room, you've done the cleansing, the smoke cleansing, you've done the banishing, but you didn't clean this one thing and it's still there. Okay? Again, banishing would be removing a conscious entity from the room, which would be a bit more ritualistic and will require incantations and stuff like that. Not all banishing will require an incantation. you can banish energies through shamanic journey work. That is, in my opinion, a lot harder because it's going into the realms to remove the entities astrally. Things like that, they're known as kind of shadow warriors, which I'm slightly inclined to being based on what my dreams are like. But yeah, there are certain types of shamanic routes to go. But that is what banishing would be. It would be removing a conscious entity, and cleansing would be removing kind of the remnants, potentially remnants of conscious entities, or typically just energetic tethers and latches onto a space. Okay, so different ways you can do banishing would be a banishing rite. An invocation can actually help banish or be a banishing rite. The lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram is an invocation banishing. You do draw in energies to essentially perform the banishing. So for example, you say, like, I forgot who's behind me and to my side, but Michael, Uriel, Raphael and Gabriel, you draw those in and you do vibrate God names. Like, I haven't done the LBPR in over a year, so I think it was like Adonai, Yod-Heh, Vav-Heh, and two others. I forgot them. But yeah, the LBPR is a banishing and invocation. You banish through the invocation. So you invoke to get that energy to remove the other energy around you. That's what the LBPR is. So invocation can help perform a banishing or perform a banishing in itself. Or again, you could do like a banishing rite, like Ashtu Malku, Tada Akata. That would be a banishing rite. But in comparison to the LBPR, it's a banishing and invocation rite. So those are a few things that you can do to banish unwanted energies, unwanted entities, sorry. Again, cleansing can be used to banish unwanted energies and tethers that could be connected to unwanted entities. Okay, so this is why they are connected, because the unwanted energies that you may cleanse could be connected to unwanted entities that you may need to banish. So that's not it for the video. I was going to close the video off there, but I did remember that I mentioned that I will talk a little bit on protection, because they kind of go into the same subject in a way, because all of these, so the cleansing, the cleaning, and the banishing, are forms of protection. Okay, so if you aren't doing cleaning, cleansing, you aren't essentially putting enough protection into your space. All of these are all forms of protection as well. Okay, your cleansing and cleaning and banishing, they all provide protection to you. Okay, you can take protection up to another level by adding auric layers, so visualizing a shield around you, placing sigils onto your walls or onto yourself. There's a lot of different ways that you can go around protection. Again, I'm not going to go too far into protection on this video because it's pretty much another video. But they are intertwined. The cleansing, cleaning, banishing are intertwined with protection. Okay? But I do think that is it for the video today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you next time.